They'll have one warm-up lap, and then we'll get the green, white, and checkered. And the top 10 will go into straight to the main event. Josh Honeychurch is the first one on the track in the number 55. Gets the green flag from starter Bobby Timmons. First lap is an 11.60. A little bit better the second time, 11.52. And that 11.528 will stand as his best time. Ryan Borges, the next driver up on the track. Gets the green flag. And he'll be the first one to get under 11 seconds with a 10.85. Now, I believe the number 14 will be your next card up on the track. Braden Gaston. Unfortunately, don't have hometowns for these drivers, but some local drivers and some driving a couple, 200 or 300 miles away to come here to Richmond Karting Speedway, LST Motorsports Park. Can't say enough about what a great job that Steve Perry, Deb Dorr, and the rest of the crew have done with this place, taking over operation of this great little track. 72 of Cody Wilson next onto the track. So far, Ryan Borges, your best at a 10.858. He'll get the green flag from Bobby Timmons. As I said, based on the practice speeds, it's going to take a low 10.4 or possibly even a high 10.3 to get yourself in contention for one of those top 10 spots. Brandon Caston's best is an 11.077. Oh, Cody Wilson, sorry. Cody Wilson, a 10.926 will put him second fastest. Stan Thompson next in the number 41. Nope, that is not. Yeah, that is. Okay, there's another card out there, 39, that looks exactly the same. I got to trust my co-pilot, Dan Walker, when he tells me who's out there. Stan Thompson in the 41. Thompson jumps up to third fastest with an 11.054. 39 next onto the track, Tyler Gilly. Getting those left side tires right down to the edge of the grass, trying to shorten up this track the best he can. And he jumps to the top of the sheet with a 10.85. Let's see if he can do a little better this time on his final lap. Yeah, go a tenth faster that time. It finishes up with a 10.783. That'll put Tyler Gilly at the top of the sheet. Josh Morrison coming up in the number 35. Your top three right now, Tyler Gilly, Ryan Borges, and Cody Wilson. Josh Morrison's first lap under 11 seconds. And he'll jump up to second fastest. We'll see if he can move up one more spot when he crosses the line, and he does. Josh Morrison comes in with a 10.739. That's your fastest lap so far. Josh Morrison, or I'm sorry, Nick Haddon is the next one out in the 41X. This guy won the last big money race here and one of the fastest carts in practice this afternoon. Nick's first lap comes in second fastest with a 10.75 and crosses the checkers and jumps to the top of the heap with a 10.633. So Nick Haddon, your fastest so far. Ken Aubrey will be the next one out. So Nick Haddon steals the top spot out of the first 8 drivers with a 10.633. Ken Aubrey in the 126. Aubrey's first lap comes in at a 10.83. Right there in the middle of the pack. And second lap, he'll stay fourth fastest with a 10.838. Jonathan Vargas is the next one on the track in the number 82. Rolling up to the top of the banking to try to get some good momentum on his warm-up lap. Vargas's first lap is an 11.41. Second lap right there in the same vicinity, so he'll have to settle for 11.417 as his best lap. That puts him 9th fastest out of 10. Mike Anderson. Stephen Roulet is in the number 18X. Roulet with an 11.50 that first time. And checkered flag flies. He'll stay right there with an 11.43. 11.434 seconds for Stephen Roulet. Puts him 10th fastest out of 11. All right, Mike Anderson out next in the number 1. He was one of the fastest karts in practice this afternoon. Mike Anderson's first lap, a 10.86. Actually, that was his warm-up lap. His first lap's a 10.66. Second fastest on his first lap. And his second lap puts him to the top of the sheet with a 10.617. 10.617 for Mike Anderson puts him fastest out of 12. Now Cam Childs will be the next one on the speedway. DJ Shaw is on deck. Cam Childs, a regular street stock competitor over at Oxford Plains Speedway. Nice to see some of these full-time drivers in full-size cars coming back to their roots to run this big event today. Cam Childs, 11.450 first time. And he'll jump up a couple spots into 9th place with an 11.077. DJ Shaw next on the track. Pass champion, ACT champion. Granite State Pro Stock champion. Multi-time karting champion. He's been a winner in whatever he's been in. He was steady in the practice rounds this afternoon. Shaw with an 11.39 on the warm-up lap. 11.138 on his first lap. And he'll stay in 10th place on the chart with an 11.099, just a tick over 11 seconds. So DJ Shaw clocks in 10th fastest out of 14. Parker Varney next on the track to take time. Parker, another driver that's worked his way through the street stock and late model ranks. And he caught the curb just a little bit on his first lap around. Ninth fastest to this point, 11.058. Under the checkers, and he jumps up to seventh fastest with a 10.913. 10.913 seconds for Parker Varney puts him seventh. Brandon Caston is the driver on the bubble right now in 10th place. Mike Perry next on the track in the number 26. Brandon Caston sitting on the bubble with as your 10th place qualifier at this point with a warm-up lap. Perry's already got some fast speed. Jumps up to third fastest on his first lap. And he'll cross under the checkers, stays third fastest with a 10.647. 10.647 seconds for Mike Perry. And that bumps Brandon Caston out of the top 10. Stan Thompson in the number 41 now sits on the bubble in 10th place. David Putnam in the 112 rolling onto the track. A lot of the key is getting through those bumps over there in turn two onto the back chute. He kind of jumped around a little bit through that section. He'll take the green flag. First lap for David Putnam. Comes in 12th fastest with a 11.08. Second lap, can he get up into the top 10? Nope, he'll stay in 12th. That 11.085 will stand as his best lap. Number 92, Brian Sullivan on the track now. As we are about halfway through the qualifying field. Already fast on his warm-up lap. Let's see how his first official lap comes in. Sullivan goes to the top of the score sheet on his first lap with a 10.58. And second lap, just a tick better, 10.564 seconds for Brian Sullivan. That makes him fastest now out of 18 qualifiers. That moves Cody Wilson in the 72 onto the bubble. Jared Wilcox is your next kart on the track. The top 18 karts right now separated by just 9/10 of a second. Your top 10 karts separated by just 0.3 of a second. First lap for Jared Wilcox comes in at an 11.75. And there he will stay as his best lap at 11.75. Puts him 19th fastest. Adam Jocelyn is your next kart on the track. This will be your 20th qualifier. And the number 83. Green flag from Bobby Timmons. Here's the first Official lap at speed. Jocelyn puts in an 11.53 first time. And that will stand as his best lap. He'll remain 19th fastest. Kyle Loran in cart number 76. He'll get the green flag from Bobby Timmons and begin his first official lap. (11.570) first lap. Brian Sullivan, your fastest now with a 10.564. The driver on the bubble is Cody Wilson in the 72. Kyle Loran's best is an 11.471, puts him 18th fastest. Damon Schuster, or Schuster. We'll take a swing at either one and see if we hit. And the number 01, fast already on his warm-up lap, already inside the top 10. Second fastest on his first lap, 10.6 flat. And a good lap there for Damon Schuster. Stays 10.6 flat, will keep him second fastest. Aiden Berry in the 53. So Schuster is now up in the top 10. That knocks Cody Wilson out of the top 10. Parker Varney in cart number 18 is now on the bubble. Let's see if his 10.913 holds up. Still got the fastest from practice that have not come out here to take time yet. Aiden Berry's first lap at 11.651. And a little bit better, jumps up a few spots with an 11.35 to 17th fastest. Josh Bath, and that is the number 5, I believe. My prescription glasses are still working okay. Josh Bath, first lap, puts him 12th fastest, just outside the top 10. An 11.03. Can he get himself into the top 10? Yes, he does. 10th fastest with a 10.904. That bumps Parker Varney out of the top 10. Bath himself in cart number 5 is now the bubble driver. Nick Jandrin in the number 78, your 25th driver to take time. Right there to the curb on his first lap. Jandrin jumps up to 7th fastest on his first lap, a 10.77. And up one more spot on his second lap, 10.709, puts him 6th fastest. So Jandrin gets himself into the top 10. That knocks Josh Bath off the top 10. Ryan Borges now the bubble driver in the number 24. Ben Morrison in the number 23. Fourteenth fastest on the first lap for Ben Morrison. And a good second lap. Jumps him up into the top 10. He'll get ninth fastest with a 10.798. That's a big jump on the second lap. That bumps Ryan Borges out of the top 10. Ken Aubrey, and now the bubble driver in the number 126. Brandon Teasy in the number 16. Brandon Teasy comes in 10th fastest on his first lap. Second lap puts him 8th fastest. So good run for the number 16. His best lap, a 10.752. Bumps Ken Aubrey off the bubble, off the top 10. Ben Morrison. Ken and Ben. Ben Morrison is now your bubble driver in the number 23. Dustin Gagnon in the number 41. Or number 11, sorry about that. Maybe these glasses aren't working so good. Dustin jumps up to 6th fastest on his second lap. A good one with a 10.689 second lap. Puts him 6th fastest. And second lap jumps him up to 2nd fastest. Put the 11th second fastest with a 10.576. 12/1000th of a second off the best speed of Brian Sullivan, who still stays at the top. Ryan Roof in the next card out. Your driver on the bubble now is Tyler Gilley in the number 39. Ryan Roof in the 76X. Gets the green. Here's his first lap. Comes up 14th on his first lap with a 10.878. Twelfth fastest for Ryan Roof. Just missed out on the top 10. 10.828 is his best. Joe Bell in the 97X, your next card on the track. Top 27 drivers, all within a second of each other. A lot of bouncing through turn 2 that time. Joe Bell, first lap comes in at 11.172, 22nd fastest. And up one more, he'll finish 19th with an 11.071. Nate Appel. Tyler Gilley still on the bubble in the number 39. Brian Sullivan atop the standings. One of the early qualifiers with a 10.56. Nate Appel in the number 13. 18th fastest with a 10.979. Tim Sullivan in the 15. Just saying, we got a couple of our Wiscasset crew out there helping out today. Got Mikey Carlton over in turn 1 and 2, and our Wiscasset head flagman Nate Sennett working the other end of the track. Tim Sullivan with a nice first lap. Puts him 7th fastest. Second lap, he'll stay 7th fastest, 10.671. That bumps out Tyler Gilly. Brandon Teasy is now your bubble driver and 10th fastest in the number 16. Jeremy McCormick in the number 13. Oh, number 8. I'm wearing these things upside down. Only 3 carts left. I believe still to come the fastest guy from practice. 20th fastest for Jeremy McCormick on his first lap. And he will stay there in 20th. Best lap of an 11.052. David Goldie in the 5.25. David Goldie on his first lap comes in 11th fastest, just on the outside. We'll see if he can jump up one more spot. And he does just that. He comes in 10th fastest with a 10.749. That bumps Brandon Teasy out of the top 10. And here comes your fastest driver from practice this afternoon, Glenn McEisenhelder. In practice, he turned a 10.402. So let's see how his first official lap comes in. Brings him in 12th fastest. About 0.3 off his practice speed. Let's see if he can do better here on his final lap. And he'll jump up to 9th fastest. 10.732. As we said, a little over 0.3 slower than the speed he turned in practice this afternoon. So McEisenhelder comes in 9th. And puts Josh Morrison at the bubble in the number 35. Mike Rummery is your final driver to take time. (11.825) on the warm-up. Here's the first official lap. 11.180, and he really got out of shape going into 1 and 2 that time. So he's probably going to have to stand on that time from that first lap. Yep, turned an 11.54 that time. So his best lap, 11.18. I believe that is it. So your top 10, Brian Sullivan in the 92, Dustin Gagne in the 11, Damon Schuster in the 01, Mike Anderson in the 1, Nick Haddon in the 41X, Mike Perry, 6th fastest in the 26. Tim Sullivan, 7th fastest. Nick Janvrin is 8th. Glenn McEisenhelder in the number 4 car comes in 9th. And Josh Morrison, your 10th fastest in time trial qualifying. So those 10 drivers are locked in, but they will be subject to a redraw when we come out for the main event. But the cool part for them is they do not have to run the heat races and put more laps on their tires. So they're already in. The rest of them have to race their way in. Here to give you all the action for this one, I'm going to turn the mic over to my partner in crime here, Mr. Dan Walker.
Thank you, Ken. Excellent job with all those time trials. Junior box stock feature taking shape on the starting line. Be led by the number 23. That's Jackson Corbeau. To his outside will be the 37 of Jocelyn Day. Rolling off in the number 3 spot, the number 1 from the legendary family. That's Hudson Childs. Rolling off 4th will be the 91, Michael Severy, with Bubby Alley, going off in the 5th position. Beckham Roussel, Liam Worthen will round out this starting field of 15 laps. Junior box stop trying to get in formation out there on the track. We should have Jackson Corbeau and Jocelyn Day at the front. Green flag is out from Bobby Timmons. Jocelyn Day wasting no time, poking it right to the front. Hudson Childs out there in hot pursuit with Jackson Corbeau. Coming up on some slower traffic. Jocelyn goes high, no problem. Clears going into turn 1. Hudson Childs on the move from that second groove. Also the 91, Michael Severy, moving up quickly. Jocelyn Day setting a quick pace out front. The 91, Michael Severy, has moved into the number 2 position. Going to see if he can run her down going into turn 1. Severy making up some ground on the racetrack. Jocelyn Day with company now. Severy makes a move on the inside, down the backstretch, takes over that top position. Jocelyn Day moves back to 2nd. Jackson Corbeau still running a strong 3rd, and Hudson Childs out there. 4th, Beckham Roussel, Bubby Alley, and Liam Worthen, all racing their hearts out. Halfway by this time by, Bobby Timmons gives the halfway mark to Michael Severy. Severy now stretching out that lead over the field. Jocelyn Day still in the number 2nd position. Jackson Corbeau still being scored as 3rd. Hudson Childs in 4th. Then comes Beckham Roussel, Liam Worthen, and Bubby Alley. 5 to go this time by for Michael Severy. Michael Severy looking for an uneventful last 2 laps here. He makes his way past Beckham Roussel. Jackson Corbeau now being scored second. Jocelyn Day third. Hudson Child still holding down the fourth spot. Beckham Russell, Bubby Alley, and Liam Worthen. A white flag, 1 to go. Off turn 4, Michael Severy sees the checkered flag from Bobby Timmons. Scores the victory. The 47 on the point, that's Zoe Creamer. To the outside, the number 1 is Aubrey Dean. Then Rex Reynolds and Max Parlin make up row 2. 20 laps on tap for the box stock feature. Once again, the DKR 100 presented by J&M Builders be coming up later. Somebody's going home with a pocket full of gold. Picking it up off turn 4, green flag is out. And around goes Zoe Creamer. That'll bring out the caution flag. Here they come. The race into turn 1. Zoe Creamer gets the jump. Max Parlin has to tuck in for second. Rex Reynolds jumped out to the front. My apologies. I got Ken's glasses on. Rex Reynolds. Max Parlin nose to tail out there. So Creamer riding in third, and Aubrey Dean following along. Oh, contact through turn 1. Sends both cars up the racetrack. They're going to do the crossover and come off turn 4, still side by side. Rex Reynolds, Max Parlin putting on a show out there. And Zoe Creamer closing that gap a little bit while these two battle. Off turn 4, Parlin with another look to the outside. Looks to make it stick. And Rex Reynolds right up high. Maintains the spot. And Zoe Creamer gets even closer. Max Parlin reloading for another run at him on the inside into turn 3. And side by side. Parlin and Reynolds, a little contact, no harm, no foul. And Zoe Creamer says, keep at it, boys. I'll be by you both in a minute. And now we'll look to see what Rex Reynolds can do from the second position. Parlin inching away a little bit at the moment. Max Parlin had enough of that side-by-side stuff. He's trying to gap Rex Reynolds. They'll move around the car of Aubrey Dean down the backstretch. Max Parlin stretching it out now by a comfortable margin over Rex Reynolds. Zoe Creamer and Aubrey Dean in a battle for third. 5 to go this time by. Max Parlin with nothing but daylight in front of him. He's just going to have to negotiate 4 more laps. And right at the moment, there's nothing Rex Reynolds can do but watch him get further and further away in the distance. Max Parlin will be looking at 2 to go this time by. Flagman Bobby Timmons signals 2 to go. If Rex Reynolds has any tricks in his sleeve, now would be a good time. Parlin negotiating the 1 car again. Takes the white flag. Off turn 4, your box stock feature winner, Max Parlin, with the wave out the window. Rex Reynolds second, Zoe Creamer will bring home third, and Aubrey Dean fourth.
We've got to pass on the news that the number 1 cart was in the top 10 in time trials, but failed post-time trial inspection, so he's going to have to race his way in. Here they go to the attention of starter Bobby Timmons. Green flag is out. They'll scramble into turn number 1, led by the number 16 of Brandon Teasy. 23 of Ben Morrison right there behind him in his tire tracks, followed by the number 13 of Nate Appel. Front 3, a little bit of a cushion, a couple cart lengths back to the 4th place of Ken Aubrey in the 126. Single file onto the front stretch and a spin and a crash right on the front stretch. That's going to ruin someone's day in a hurry. Front cover and roll bars crunched up a bit in the 18X of Stephen Roulet. David Putnam in the 112. He's got some pretty significant right side damage on that cart. And another one that is spun just on the exit of turn 4. All clear from Lou Anderson back on the back stretch. And they'll turn him loose. Green flag out, bumping all the way down to the front stretch. Brandon Teasy back out front. Parker Varney now up to pressure in second, right on his back bumper. Side by side for third, the 23 back up into contention. That is Ben Morrison. Side by side for second as they all chase that number 16. That 1 cart started shotgun on the field back in 13th place. He's up to 3rd. We knew he was fast by the time trial, and he's trying to prove it now. Moves into 2nd. Takes it over from Parker Varney, who has his hands full into turn 3. Brandon Teasy, he's going to have some company in a moment. Here comes the 1 cart, puts the bumper to him into turn 3. Side by side onto the front stretch. Teasy throws the block. And good momentum for Anderson on the inside. He'll take over the lead into turn 3. Anderson already pulling away. Teasy's going to have to protect second as Anderson starts to put some distance. Front 5 out single file, but we're only taking the top 3 to the main event. 5 laps to go from Bobby Timmons. Parker Varney, the driver on the bubble right now in the number 18, and he's getting a lot of pressure from the 23 of Ben Morrison. Morrison does not want to go to the last chance qualifier. That's your closest battle right now for 3rd and 4th. Morrison still trying to find a way by Parker Varney. 2 laps to go when they come to the stripe this time. Varney's protecting that low side. Going to have to make Morrison try the outside, but Morrison makes a good move into turn 3, but they make contact. Morrison goes around. Mike Anderson gets the win. Brandon Teasy second. Parker Varney, Cam Childs, Jonathan Vargas, Kyle Lorraine, Jared Wilcox, and Josh Honeychurch will fill out the field here for heat number 2. Scrambling 3 wide down onto the backstretch. Side by side, they remain for the lead. Now looking almost 3 wide again. Tyler Gilly holding strong in the low side, but he's got a swarm of carts behind him. Ryan Roof second. Ryan Borges third, but he's under attack from the 5. Put the 5 card up into 3rd. That's Josh Bath. Now check that into the 4th position. Borges still holding 3rd. Now all out single file. Ryan Roof, Tyler Gilly, Ryan Borges, 1, 2, 3. Josh Bath on the outside looking in the 5, Cody Wilson, 5th. See the helmet shaking like crazy on that 39 of Tyler Gilly, and he pays the price as Ryan Borges moves up in the 2nd. Everybody chasing Ryan Roof. 5-cart breakaway, but again, same situation. Only the top 3 will transfer. Battle still tight for 2nd. Ryan Borges trying to protect on Tyler Gilly, who just turned the fast lap of the race. 5 laps to go this time, and a pass for the lead on the inside. Ryan Borges pulls to the inside of Roof. Contact down the backstretch to turn 3. Ryan Borges in the lead. Roof trying to come back to the inside. Gilly with a little breathing room in the 3rd spot. And again, they'll go side by side for the lead. Will those lap cards up ahead play into this one? They just might, with a couple laps to go. 2 to go this time by the stripe. Lap cards moving up to the high side. Borges gets the white flag. 1 lap to go. Borges gets a good angle down into turn 4, comes out and gets the checkers and the heat win. Ryan Borges with the win in the 24. Ryan Roof 2nd in the 76X. Tyler Gilly, he'll grab 3rd in the number 39. Those top 3 drivers will go to the main event.
Charlie Sanborn throws the green rag. And looky here, we have contact right off the bat, and the caution comes right out. Green waves. Wolf and Ripley off on a 25-lap jaunt around the oval. Wolf and Ripley probably going to keep it nose to tail. I don't know if anybody will open up a big lead. Silas Ripley's going to keep him honest here. Looks to the inside. And Silas Ripley into the lead. Brody Wharf will now move back to 2nd. Turning 10.641 laps out there. Silas Ripley. That would have made the top 10 in the Senior Champ Kart Big Race later. 10.5 on that lap for Silas. And Brody Wharf is 10.6. Both drivers getting around the speedway very rapidly. Bobby Timmons taking this opportunity to rest his shoulder for the big event. Goes to the bullpen. Flagman in training, Charlie Sanborn, watching over the Silas Ripley, Brody Wharf karts here. And I think Silas Ripley is not going to take any chances. Turning 10.483 second laps. Brody Wharf has also stepped up his lap pace to 10.57. Not sure, but Silas Ripley may have turned a lap quicker than the Senior Champ Kart fastest time trialer, 10.477. So Ripley and Wharf getting some laps in. Ripley opened up a lead now, 1.972. He's picking it off at about 1/10 of a second per lap, stretching it out over Brody Wharf. So Silas Ripley consistently turning 10.45 second laps, and Brody Wolf just a tick off, turning 10.57 second laps. You see the gap right now, it's 3.1 seconds. Silas Ripley trying to check out. Now more than a full straightaway out in front. Ripley will get the 5 to go this time by. 5 to go for Silas Ripley. Brody Wolf comes by and gets 5 to go. Both drivers still very consistent with their times lapping around the LST Motorsports Park Oval. Two to go this time by. Silas Ripley all by his lonesome out front. Brody Wolf crosses the line. White flag will be in the air this time by. Silas Ripley 1 lap away from the Sportsman Feature Event win. Down the backstretch, uneventful into turn 3. Just got to bring that thing straight off turn 4. There's your Sportsman Feature winner, Silas Ripley. And Brody Wolf brings it home in second. Sprint carts on tap. Travis Anderson in the 8 out there jumps into the lead. 5:42. Jeremy McCormick chasing him in second spot. Then we get the 31 of John Maxey and the 77 card. Travis Anderson gapping himself out there, putting it out front. Jeremy McCormick. I apologize, I don't have a driver name on the 77. Travis Anderson turning out there very quickly. Extending the lead over Jeremy McCormick. They race through turns 1 and 2. John Maxey, a distant third, followed by the 77 cart. Halfway by, this time by. Travis Anderson all by himself out front. Jeremy McCormick about a half a straightaway back. Travis Anderson out for pretty much a Wednesday night cruise. He will have to deal with some lap traffic here probably. Oh, he loops it in turn 1 and 2. The 8 cart goes around while comfortably in front. And McCormick quickly jumps out front. Travis Anderson going to have to hustle here if he's going to get back up front. Cart's still loose. Around goes the 31 in turn 2. McCormick and Anderson bring him off 4. Oh, and Anderson has it wound up now. McCormick leads. Anderson right on his bumper. Here they come side by side. Into turn 1. Anderson back on top. McCormick trying to hang. Five to go this time by. Anderson out front. McCormick second. McCormick trying to hang on, but Anderson inching away ever so slightly. However, we did see Anderson make that mistake all by himself earlier. He's got to keep it together for 3 more laps and not open the door for McCormick. They'll come upon 2 laps to go this time by. Anderson staying well above that white line right now. He'll see the white flag this time by out of turn 4. Just has to keep it straight one more time around. Travis Anderson off turn 4. He'll see the checkered flag take the win. Jeremy McCormick will be second. John Maxey will bring it home third.
So this is Conti heat number 1. We'll take the top 2 carts out of this one, with Nate Appel in the number 13, Ben Morrison in the 23, Jeremy McCormick in the 8, Mike Rummery in the 29. He recovered after that wreck in his heat race. Aiden Berry in the 53. Oh, trouble right from the start of this one. Again, a little bumping and banging down the backstretch. Everyone anxious to get back to racing. Green flag is out. Tight squeeze down to turn 1. Nate Appel leads them into turn 3 and 4 with the lead. Then comes the number 8, Jeremy McCormick. Good side-by-side race for third and fourth. It's Rummery in the 29, and Ben Morrison trying to hang in there as well in the 23. Remember, only the top 2 go to the main event out of this race. Lead pair, a little bit of a cushion now over that third place card of Rummery. All right, we are back underway. Scramble for second. Rummery, he's been in a lot of the action. He comes up to grab second as the number 13, Nate Appel, is pulling away from the rest of the pack. Rummery trying to protect second over Ben Morrison. Morrison nearly raced his way in his heat race, but got tangled up with Parker Varney in the final lap. And he races by Rummery to take over second. Rummery with a good crossover. They'll make contact into turn 1. 5 to go when they come to the stripe. Nate Appel in charge of this one. Morrison back up to second. Rummery third. McCormick runs in fourth. Aiden Berry fifth in the 53. McCormick and Rummery hit the curb and nearly spin each other out in turn 2 last time by. Top 2 look solid in this one. They just got to run a clean 2 laps this time. White flag lap, final time around. Checkered flag ready to fly. Nate Appel will take the heat win. Ben Morrison second. Green flag is back out. Let's see if we make it further than turn number 2. A lot of sparks kicked up 3 wide onto the backstretch. Josh Bath has the preferred lane on the inside, but the 72 of Cody Wilson hanging strong on the outside. Bath now gets the lead for himself. Put the 41 of Stan Thompson up in a second. He is in the final transfer spot. Cam Childs now up to the 4th position. He's in the clear. A lot of bumping going on behind him. One cart's got to bail out and head down pit road. I don't think that was by choice. I think that was for survival. Josh Bath stretching out his lead over Stan Thompson. 0.7 of a second. Thompson comfortably in that second and final transfer spot. Cody Wilson third in the 72. Cam Childs and Jonathan Vargas rounding out the top 5. That interval remaining right there at 0.7 of a second for Josh Bath. He also turned the fast lap of the race at 10.76 seconds. Actually now putting a little more distance. He's got it up to 0.8 of a second lead. And 5 laps to go this time by. Josh Bath and Stan Thompson trying to get the transfer to the main event and send the rest on to the consolation final chance race. 2 laps to go. White flag and those 2 drivers in solid position with no challengers. They just got to run a clean lap. Josh Bath will take the win. Stan Thompson all alone in second. He'll take that second and final transfer spot. A little more civilized pace laps from this group. All regulars here at LST Motorsports Park. But they're already trading paint, and here they come toward the infield, sending Sandy Haley running.
Out of 4, here they come. Green flag. Adam Taylor jumps to the front. Silas Ripley quickly to second. Dylan Anderson riding in third. Caution out. Caution for a cart spun down on the infield of turn 2. Field rumbles out of turn 4. Green flag in the air. Ripley looking to challenge from the outside. Noses ahead on the backstretch. Silas Ripley with the power move. Takes over the top spot. Adam Taylor back to second. Dylan Anderson third. Max Parlin fourth. Walker Reynolds. Rowdy Romano. All out there turning quick laps. Silas Ripley, the perennial frontrunner here at LST Motorsports Park. Typically competes in multiple divisions. Very fast in both. He holds the lead here in this junior sportsman feature, but Adam Taylor not letting him get away. Adam Taylor hanging tight in the 8 cart. Ripley now with some lap traffic to deal with. Clears into turn 3. Adam Taylor, he gets through. Ripley comes out of it with a little bit of a lead. Going to have to see if Adam Taylor can close that gap. 15 laps to go still. The Silas Ripley would love to check out. And Adam Taylor would love to get back close and battle him for the win. Silas Ripley out there turning laps at 10.84. Adam Taylor at 10.85. I think the carts are equal. Taylor just got lost in the shuffle, bringing it down. Green in the air. Ripley with the nose in front. Taylor trying to hang. Dylan Anderson spoils the party. Takes over the number 2 position. Dylan Anderson with the move. Now Adam Taylor's going to have to see if he can get that runner-up spot back. But up front, Silas Ripley stretching it out by 3 kart lengths already. 10 laps to go. Adam Taylor looking to the inside of Anderson down the backstretch. Couldn't get it done. Anderson fighting hard to hold on to that runner-up position. But Adam Taylor all over him as they go into turn 3 and 4, come off. Taylor will take back the second spot. Good news for Adam Taylor. He's back in second position. Bad news for Adam Taylor. Silas Ripley is 8 kart lengths out in front with only 5 laps to go this time by. Both karts turning equal lap times out there. Silas Ripley and Adam Taylor. Ripley now makes it through the first lap kart. He'll make his way to the inside, and Adam Taylor, no issues this time. But time is running out. 2 laps to go this time by. Silas Ripley. Adam Taylor can only watch. White flag in the air. Ripley looking for one more clean lap around. Adam Taylor needs a Hail Mary. Not going to happen. Off turn 4, Silas Ripley with your Junior Sportsman Feature Event win. Adam Taylor second. Dylan Anderson third. And a couple locked together didn't quite make it to the finish line.
Here they come to the attention of starter Bobby Timmons. Green flag is out. Rummery gets a good move to the inside and takes the lead. Other karts tangling onto the backstretch. Some, like young Silas Ripley, you'll see starting to make a name for themselves on the big track at Wiscasset. Rummery trying to squeeze in line. He can't get it. And that allows the 72 of Cody Wilson to pull away. Wilson with a comfortable lead into turn 1. Things settle down behind him now. Rummery to second. Aiden Barry in the 53's had an eventful night. He runs in third. Cam Childs fourth. Rummery closing up a little bit now. It's down to 0.3 of a second. Now down to just a kart length as they get into turn 1. Rummery closing up quickly. Last chance qualifier. 1 kart goes to the main event. If you got anything, you got to show it now. Rummery really cranking up the pressure now on the race leader. Looks to the inside. Wilson throws a block on the front stretch. Rummery right there with him into turn number 3. Side by side through turn 4. Onto the front stretch. Knocking wheels into turn 1. Somebody wants to get to the main event, and they are not holding back. 2 laps to go. Rummery. He knew he was faster. Now he's pulling away a little bit in the final lap. White flag this time by. Mike Rummery. One final charge from the 72 of Wilson. Rummery will get the final transfer spot.
And as we get ready to get into the starting lineup, we need to pass out a couple rounds of applause. First of all, nice round of applause for Steve, Larry, Black Door, and the whole crew. They have the guts and fortitude to put on a big event like this in their first year of operation. Next, we want to have a nice round of applause for the man who helped put this together as well, Derek Newman. Thank you, Derek, for coming home and supporting local racing once again. Also, a big thank you to John McCarran and Jacob Builders for lending their support to this as well. So without further ado, we want to meet our drivers. Here we go. Starting down here in the 22nd position. Right here at the tail end of the field, starting 22nd in car number 82, welcome Jonathan Vargas. Starting 21st, he was the last chance qualifier winner in car number 29, welcome Mike Rummery. Starting in the 20th position, driving car number 31, welcome Stan Thompson. In the 19th starting position, driving car number 23, welcome Ben Morrison. Starting in the 18th position, in car number 5, welcome Josh Bass. Up to the 17th starting position, driving car number 13, welcome Nate Appel. Starting in the 16th position, driving car number 39, welcome Tyler Gilly. In the 15th starting position, driving car number 18, welcome Parker Varney. To the 14th starting position, driving car number 76, welcome Kyle Lorraine. Apologies on that one. I got the wrong name on that one. Please welcome Ryan Ruth in car number 76X. Rookies. You know what that is. Starting 13. In car number 16, welcome Brandon Keesey. Up to row number 6 on the outside, starting 12th. In car number 24, welcome Ryan Burgess. Inside of row number 6, starting in the 11th position, driving car number 1, welcome Mike Anderson. Row number 5 on the outside, starting in 10th is car number 01. Welcome Damon Schachter. Inside row 5, starting in 9th, driving car number 15X. Welcome Tim Sullivan. To the 8th starting position, driving car number 41X. Welcome Nick Haddon. Starting in the 7th position, driving car number 4, welcome Glenn McEisenhelder. Row number 50, this way, on the outside, starting in 6th. In car number 78, welcome Nick Chandler. Nick Chandler in the 78. To the inside, in car number 528, welcome David Goley. David Goley starting 5th. on the outside, starting in fourth. Cart number 35, welcome Josh Morrison. Starting third in cart number 92, welcome Brian Sullivan. And the front row for the DKR 100, starting outside the front row in the second position, driving cart number 26, welcome Mike Perry. Yeah! And at the fourth position, driving cart number 11, please welcome Dustin Gagne. Folks, that's your starting lineup. Let's get our drivers strapped in and ready to race.
Drivers are strapped in and ready. Crew is ready. So on the count of three, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Drivers, start your engines. They're going to give the drivers a couple warm-up laps. $22 carts going after $12,000. The winner taking home $5,021. Going to crank them up for a couple hot laps. And a final go get 'em boys from Steve Perry. You know Steve. Steve goes big. Steve does the cannonball in the deep end of the pool even though he doesn't know how to swim. The field is bunched up and ready to go. Time to place your bets on who will take home the $5,000 We are going green this next time by. Field bunched up. All clear from Lou Anderson. All clear to Nate Sennett. Here they come. The DKR 100 is underway. They storm into turn 1 and 2, already 3 wide on the backstretch. They're stacking them up, and everyone is going everywhere. 4 wide on the front stretch. Everyone able to get through after all that chaotic first 2 laps. Your race leader right now, Dustin Gagne, and the number 11. Brian Sullivan was the fast qualifier, and he wants to regain that front spot. He pulls to the inside. Sullivan moves up into the lead. Gagne back to second. Little bit ways back to the third place of David Goley in the 525. He's now got company. He gets passed by Mike Perry in the 26. Freight train down to backstretch. Already the 4-car in danger going a lap down, and he does. He was one of the fast guys in practice today, but he's got mechanical issues, something dragging on the 4. Laps winding by quickly at 10.5 seconds. Black flag is out on the 4 of Glenn McKeisenhelder. And your race leader's already starting to pick off some lap traffic. Rummery will go a lap down. Dustin Gagne just turned the fast lap of the race. 10.47 that is. 10.47 seconds. Number 92, your race leader, Brian Sullivan. Just barely ahead of that number 11 of Gagne. Those 2 cars out a half a straightaway on the 26 of Mike Perry, who runs 3rd. David Goley running 4th in the 525. Nick Janvin in the 78 runs 5th. Lot of action back in the middle of the pack as the guys try to jockey their way through some of the lap traffic now. There's your leader heading into turn 1 in the number 92. Bobby Timmons working that passing flag. Everybody shuffling through nicely. Vargas slipping back on the outside as the freight train goes by. Brian Sullivan with a 0.3 of a second lead. Gagne not letting him run away. They're 2.5 seconds up on the third place car of Mike Perry. Perry with a comfortable position now as he holds down another 2.5 second advantage over Tim Sullivan in the 15X. Janvin runs 5th. Mike Anderson 6th. Josh Morrison 7th. Those first couple laps were major chaos, running 4 wide down through the field. Race leader Brian Sullivan working his way by the 5 of Josh Bath. And some fast carts up ahead in danger of going a lap down already. Bobby Timmons continues to work that passing flag as the leaders pick their way through. Those lap carts don't need to move out of the way, but they got to hold a line to let the leaders make their way through at their choice. Oh, I got to pass for the lead down into turn 3. Gagne comes back on the inside. They're side by side for the lead. Sullivan goes back in front. Gagne had a shot at it. Sullivan definitely knows that the 11 is there now. And Sullivan actually pulls back out to a nice 2 or 3 cart length lead. Caution flies for the first time as we've got a couple carts that have spun to the inside of turn 3. One of them able to drive away. A 2-man race. But you got to have your stuff there all the way to the end. Ready to get going for stage 2 of our main event. All right, Mike Carlton letting the drivers know it's time to get going. We'll get them back under caution pace. Again, that caution came out on lap 27, so we are at 26 laps complete. And Brick is going to put down the choose cone. Let's see what they choose. You know, of course, Sullivan's going to take the low side. Front 4 cars take the low side. The 5th place car of Nick Haddon will take advantage and jump up to the outside of the front row. Of Josh Morrison picked up 9 positions on this restart order. Here we go. We're back underway. Everybody making it through the first time around. They're scattering out 4 wide onto the front stretch. Sullivan back in the lead. Gagne second. And does that gamble pay off for Haddon? Yeah, he's running in 3rd right now. Or check that, 4th. Couple carts together on the front stretch. Actually, 3 carts together on the driver stretch. That's already made up quite a bit of real estate. Started back in the 12th position and is now up to 5th. That is Ryan Borges in the 24. And there he goes. He's the first one to choose the outside, so Ryan Borges started 12th, and now he's restarting 2nd. There's some other carts taking advantage to gain a lot of real estate. Here we go, ready to restart them. Green flag is back out. 3 wide again onto the front stretch. Now 4 wide. 24 of Ryan Borges back on the track. Yeah, check those guys gaining up a lot of real estate on the outside. So this is going to make things a bit harder for some of these drivers now further back from the leader. And here they come once again. Let's see if we can get this restarted. Couple carts crammed together into turn 2. Steve Perry letting the boys know, use your heads, boys. We got to get to the end of this one. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag is out. The 41 spins again. And here they come once again. All right, they got one in the books. Here's the 11 looking on the inside, bringing the 1 in the picture as well. 5-car breakaway for the lead spot. 92 of Brian Sullivan leading the way. Gagne right behind him. Mike Anderson now up to 3rd. Here comes Gagne again on the inside. Side by side for the lead. Gagne takes the front. The number 1 of Mike Anderson follows right into 2nd, and we got a cart in the backstretch wall.
All right, let's hear from our winner, Brian Sullivan. And you won these big races up here before. You raced in SK Mondo at Stafford. You spotted on the NASCAR Tour with Kobe. But everything you've done in racing, talk about what a 5,000 plus win means to you.
Definitely the biggest one. I mean, with money race over the day, it's like triple what I've ever won in a day. So just once you guys announced this race, I wasn't really running this year, but I started out last week. Dust off a bit and tried to get shape and come here for the night. But I had held up to 6 of that.
Well, you and Dustin had a great run. I was wondering if you were sitting there and kind of just contemplating when we were going to make that move, and you made it. And but what respect he shows you, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he could have beaten Bang, and some of these guys were beating the Bang for 15. You know what I mean? But you guys raced it out for the win. So hats off to him, and you know, a lot of great competitors here tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job too. I mean, better than me in that second segment. And we were here. And it was rock was good. He saw the one run ahead. One of my tires really good in the last 3 more seconds. I knew I had it. He slipped up a few times, and I knew I had something in there, but for $5,000, I had to take the move.
Well, you did. So congratulations. You won what we hope is the first annual DKR 100 presented by J&M Builders, and congratulations, Bob. You put on a whale of a race.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. Derek and everything that racing truck put this event on. It's definitely a one place to come. We're going to have a long night ahead of us. It's not getting home at 3 a.m., but it's definitely worth the trip.
Oh, yeah, you're buying dinner.
If anything's open.
All right, let's hear for your winner, Brian Sullivan, in the number 92. We'll just trying to get our second place guy. We'll catch up with our third place guy. You never were a factor until the money was on the line at the end, and found yourself sneaking into third place.
Yeah, we weren't very good all day. Kept taking away that having just been the show, and everything.
Oh, and congratulations. Long haul up here for you. We appreciate the support. I know you brought a lot of people with you, and hope you enjoyed yourself up here at LSD Motorsports Park.
It's always been 12 years, 6 years here. Always like coming out here. Everybody that came together. Everything my grandfather, my father, girlfriend.
All right, great job. Brandon Tizzy coming home third. Hey, this guy ran some laps today. He time trialed into the top 10. Came up, down to spec 1 pound short. You know? Oh, tape on the motor. So that put him in the heat. He raced his way in and didn't have a great starting position, but what a great race he ran and led some laps and home with a pretty decent finish.
Yeah, congrats to Brian Sullivan. Thank you for you guys putting on the show. Everybody here that came out to watch us. Really great for the sport. Just to get a race like this going. I got to thank Joe Tizzy, my dad, Josh, for helping out the pits, and Bob Slater who let me borrow this motor. I've never raced this before.
All right, well, congratulations. Where are you from?
Brooklyn, Connecticut.
Well, these guys all travel. So congratulations to Michael Anderson.